It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Cowboys and the Bills, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Buffalo Bills. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got 1 game under their belts. And a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does. And you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
Prescott looks to throw right away. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And this one too low.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go to Elliott again. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott punching it in from a yard away. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Well, the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both. And at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Allen. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. His first pass attempt of the game, Charles, and the pass rush was right there to hit him. But no fear, he delivered an accurate ball. Nice catch.
And you never want to see your quarterback getting hit, but it also sends a message to the rest of the team when he's able to take that shot and still deliver downfield. Showing a little toughness, and the team rallies around him. This could really help them on their drive.
And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now. It's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
Going deep here for Parker. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. A 4th down pass interference call.
And everyone works hard on 3rd down. That's usually the money down. Get off the field. It intensifies when it's a 4th down. You think you've got it done. You think you've completed the play. Instead, you see a flag, pass interference, gives them a new set of downs.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And it's caught. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Bills respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
But Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level. That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
A first down throw for Prescott. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, I saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. So the shotgun snap to Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. It's caught by Davis.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Seven, our score after one. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Now Allen going to give it to Moss.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. The Bills send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. And now here come the Cowboys.
Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing. Prescott. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
The Bills offense back out onto the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32.
Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. They'll give this to Moss running right.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 31.
Moss on the give up the middle.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Cook following the penalty. And a solid run down inside the 30.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys' 22. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Parker. Touchdown, Bills. A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Bills have moved out in front.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 93 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this 1st half. Again, it's Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And the Cowboys are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
To throw is Prescott. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one. Second down and goal. Prescott. And he's got it. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield. for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
I get the thought process. 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way, but that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. Santos' kick is up and through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Well, James Cook and the Buffalo offense returning to work now.
He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs.
Finding room at midfield.
He's at the 30. 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
It's good, and it's 21-10. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup as the first half is winding down.
And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Now the point after try for Santos. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. 1 play, 75 yards, 6 points.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From the gun, it's Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A final shot before half for Allen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they didn't have quite the same kind of success running the football, but still, not bad for one half of play. These two coaching staffs are likely using this game as their dress rehearsal for the regular season. So some final adjustments being made. And for the call of the second half, we send it back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
First try for the right arm of Dalton here.
Got it complete to Khalil Shakir.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll try and run for this with Moss.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
They'll run on first down with Moss.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Moss.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Dalton. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time.
On the return, here comes Lewis.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And incomplete on the deep ball.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle. No
touchdown, Cowboys.
Jalen Tolbert.
62 yards.
And the Cowboys have retaken a third-quarter lead. And, CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that challenge, a successful one.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now, because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there's another 1st down run right there.
Finding Tolbert here over the middle.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. On the draw, here's Jackson. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Touchdown!
Jake Ferguson.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cowboys go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Santos now to add the PAT. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. And the Bills getting set to go.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 for Dalton. And this will be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
The 1st down throw coming for Dalton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And it'll be Dalton again. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
They're going to run for it. It's Moss.
And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. No dice for Sean McDermott in the offense. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick.
Touchdown, Cowboys! 56 yards.
And the Cowboys get another to add on to that lead. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
And here come the Bills.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Passing, it's Dalton.
Completes to Shakir once again.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down. Play action now, Dalton. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Chauncey Golston in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Got his man, it's Fehoko.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now a handoff inside, it's Jackson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Jake Ferguson
ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Takes it at the 7. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Dalton's throw complete to Shakir.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where his coaches.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First target, first catch, and a first down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On the give, here comes Jackson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Carlos Basham able to make the play defensively. They run the option on 2nd down.
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The offense on third down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Play action here with Dalton. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lost one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Big 4th down here. It's Dalton.
He'll get this into the hands of Stevenson.
Touchdown, Bills.
Marquez Stevenson.
72 yards.
And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, you've got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that cuts this lead down to 13.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Dallas offense set for this next drive.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7, 2nd and 3. Seven yards there and a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They run with Jackson out of the gun.
To the 43, 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
On 2nd down, it's Hardy. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
Dalton and the offense now.
Down by 13, 1:06 to play. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10.
Here's Dalton.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Second and 11.
give. It's Jackson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.